When tax season arrives, choosing the right software can save you both time and money. In this review, we are taking an in-depth look at TurboTax Deluxe Desktop 2025, specifically the Amazon Digital Download Edition. We will examine exactly what is included, who it is designed for, its biggest strengths and weaknesses, hidden costs you should know about, and whether it is actually worth your money. If you are a homeowner, someone preparing multiple tax returns, or simply prefer keeping your financial data stored locally on your own computer instead of in the cloud, this review will help you determine whether TurboTax Deluxe Desktop 2025 is the right choice before you click the buy button. Let us begin with the listing details. This version is currently priced at $79.99 and carries an average customer rating of 4 out of 5 stars, making it one of Amazon's best-selling software products. The license is a digital download, meaning no physical box arrives at your home. After purchase, you will activate it using an Intuit account, and the software is intended exclusively for customers located within the United States. One important warning stands out immediately. Once you purchase this digital version through Amazon, it becomes non-returnable and non-refundable. That means buyers should verify their computer meets all requirements for purchasing, because there are very few options if the software cannot be installed afterward. So, what exactly do you receive with your purchase? The package includes complete federal tax return preparation, with support for hundreds of deductions, through TurboTax's guided interview process. You will receive 5 free federal electronic filings, unlimited printing of federal tax forms, and rapid IRS confirmation tracking after submission. 4 state taxes, 1 state program download is included, allowing you to prepare your return, but electronically filing that state return usually costs an additional $25, unless you are filing in New York or Washington. Another major advantage is flexibility. The software may be installed on as many as 5 computers that you personally own, making it an excellent value for households with multiple family members preparing taxes. However, it is important to remember that this edition is intended strictly for personal use and is not licensed for professional tax preparers. TurboTax has built its reputation around making complicated tax laws flow much simpler, and this desktop edition continues that tradition. Instead of forcing you to understand every tax form, the software asks straightforward questions in an interview-style format and automatically determines which forms are required. It provides specialized guidance for homeowners, charitable donations, and many common deductions, while continuously checking your return for mistakes before filing. Returning TurboTax users can automatically import prior year information, while many financial institutions support secure imports of tax documents like 1099s. The free information can even be captured from a photo or PDF. Since your tax files are stored locally on your computer rather than entirely in the cloud, users gain greater privacy and long-term control over their financial records. This makes the desktop edition especially appealing for families preparing multiple returns year after year. Before purchasing, compatibility should be your very first checklist item. TurboTax Deluxe Desktop 2025 requires Windows 11 in its 64-bit version or macOS Sonoma version 14 or newer. If your computer is still running Windows 10 or an older version of macOS, the software simply will not work. At least 4 GB of RAM are recommended, along with approximately 1 GB of storage, although additional space may be required for Microsoft NAT components on Windows systems. A minimum screen resolution of 1024 by 768 is also required. You will also need a reliable high-speed internet connection, administrator privileges, and an Intuit account for activation, updates, financial imports, and electronic filing. Even though this is desktop software, internet connectivity remains essential for several important functions, making hardware compatibility the single biggest factor to verify before purchasing. Now let us discuss something that often surprises buyers: actual cost of using TurboTax Deluxe Desktop 2025. While the advertised purchase price is $79.99, additional fees can quickly increase the total depending on your filing situation. Preparing a state return is included, but electronically filing that return generally adds another $25 per state, except in New York and Washington where the fee is waived. If you decide to purchase optional live tax advice, that is approximately $60 more, while audit defense adds another $40. There is also a $40 refund processing fee if you choose to pay TurboTax using your tax refund instead of another payment method. For a household filing several state returns, the overall cost can easily exceed $200. That is why understanding every optional charge before purchasing is essential to avoid unexpected expenses later. Despite those additional costs, TurboTax Deluxe Desktop offers several compelling advantages. Perhaps its greatest strength is value for families. A single license includes up to 5 federal electronic filings and installation on as many as 5 computers you own, making it significantly more economical than purchasing multiple individual licenses. Privacy is another standout benefit, because your completed tax returns remain stored on your own computer rather than entirely online. The guided deduction engine also continues to be one of TurboTax's strongest features, helping users identify deductions related to mortgage interest, charitable contributions, and medical expenses through simple interview questions instead of complicated tax forms. Returning users will also appreciate automatic carryover of prior year information, reducing repetitive data entry. Finally, Intuit backs the software with its calculation accuracy guarantee and provides guidance if you receive an IRS notice, giving users additional confidence throughout the filing process. No software is perfect, and TurboTax Deluxe Desktop certainly has some limitations buyers should understand. The largest source of customer frustration is compatibility. Many negative reviews come from users who discovered too late that Windows 10 and older versions of macOS are no longer supported. Another common complaint involves the additional $25 state electronic filing fee, which some buyers do not fully expect when purchasing the software. Customers also point to the restrictive refund policy since Amazon treats the digital download as non-refundable once activated. Functionally, Deluxe is not designed for self-employed individuals, rental property owners, or users with advanced cryptocurrency reporting needs. Those users will typically need to upgrade to a higher-priced TurboTax edition. Even so, with more than 6,000 Amazon ratings averaging 4 stars, most satisfied customers praise its familiar interface, dependable calculations, and convenience for preparing multiple family tax returns. So, who is TurboTax Deluxe Desktop really built for? It is an excellent fit for homeowners who need help maximizing deductions related to mortgage interest and property taxes. Families preparing several federal tax returns under one household license will likely receive outstanding value from the included 5 federally files. Desktop users who prioritize privacy and prefer maintaining complete control over their financial records instead of relying on cloud storage will also appreciate this version. However, if your tax return is extremely simple, you may qualify for free filing options that eliminate the need to purchase Deluxe altogether. Likewise, individuals managing rental properties, self-employment income, or complicated investment and cryptocurrency transactions should consider upgrading to TurboTax Premier or Home and Business. Finally, buyers who frequently switch between devices may find TurboTax Online more convenient despite its higher long-term cost. After evaluating every major feature, TurboTax Deluxe Desktop 2025 earns an overall editorial rating of 8 out of 10. Its greatest strengths include an easy-to-follow interview process, strong support for itemized deductions, excellent value for households preparing multiple federal returns, and the added privacy of storing tax files locally. On the other hand, pricing transparency is reduced by optional filing fees, and strict operating system requirements mean many older computers simply cannot run the software. Before purchasing, confirm that your computer runs Windows 11 or macOS 14 or newer, verify that Deluxe fits your tax situation, and understand any additional state filing costs you may incur. If those requirements match your needs, TurboTax Deluxe Desktop 2025 remains one of the strongest desktop tax preparation solutions available today. But if you are still using Windows 10, qualify for free filing, or require advanced business or rental tax features, you will likely be better served by another option. Hopefully this review has helped you make a more informed buying decision. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and check out our next in-depth product review.